Welcome to Answers for Living. Did you know that being tempted is inevitable? James chapter 1 verse 13 to 16 says, "No one is to say when he is tempted, I am being tempted by God. For God cannot be tempted by evil, and he himself does not tempt anyone. But each one is tempted when he's carried away and enticed by his own lust. Then when lust is conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin, when it has run its course, brings forth death. Do not be deceived, my beloved brothers and sisters." Temptation is solicitation to sin. In the text it says, when you are tempted, don't blame God. The words that are used there for temptation says it's inevitable. 100% of the people in the world are tempted. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13 says, "No temptation is overtaking you except something common to man. And God is faithful, so he will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able, but will with the temptation provide a way of escape, also so that you may be able to endure it." No one escapes being tempted. Temptation is common to mankind. Even Jesus was tempted, but he was tempted by Satan. Second, the text says, don't blame God. Just like being tempted is common, so shifting the blame is common also. It's normal to shift the responsibility. It's common to pass on the blame. Adam and Eve sinned. Adam blamed the woman and blamed God. He said, "The woman you gave me the fruit." Eve, she blamed the serpent. The poor man blames his poverty for him stealing. The drunk blames his business problem for his problem of driving under the influence and then causing an accident. In a courtroom, the defense lawyers are always trying to shift the blame. James chapter 1 verse 13 says, "No one is to say when he is tempted, I am tempted by God." James won't have any of this blaming God. The preposition by in the Greek is the word apo, and it is always used with the connotation of distance, of remoteness, or indirection. So the point would be no one should ever say that God is even indirectly responsible for the temptation to do evil. A poet, Robert Burns, wrote, "Thou knowest thou hast formed me with passions wild and strong, and listening to their witching voice has often led me wrong." His claim is that God is responsible because God gave him the passion. A rabbi taught what is called the Yetzar Hara, which means evil impulses were created by God and placed in all of us. His point? Let's blame God. James says, no, you can't blame God. So the next question we have to ask, and we'll answer it tomorrow, is who's to blame?